Welcome, folks, to Glendale, Arizona and State Farm Stadium, site of this year's Verbo Fiesta Bowl, which, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive to keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up with a semifinal collision. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Big guys up front, lined up. It's first down. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure is coming. Just trying to get rid of it. Able to get the pass away, but took a hit that time.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point. Move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
It's 3rd and 6, a challenging spot here in the opening drive. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. He's on to boot it away now. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Here's the handoff. Runs through the defender.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And it's hauled in with a tight end and a corner route. We bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone. The Cyclones have 1st and 10 here. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Looking for some space. It's Hawkins. 0 running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
That's a great play all around by this. first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. Second down play coming up. And he's got it again. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. And it's incomplete. Even in a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Hawkins. Brought down at the 7. The completion moves him closer to the goal line.
Chris, I love the versatility of this running back. We're seeing what he can do on full display on this drive. He's been running the football very well. This time they get him the ball out of the backfield, catching it, and he gets another positive gain.
Third down play here out of the shotgun. And it's intercepted right near the goal line. And midfield. Now the 40. Past the 20. Gonna take it all the way in. Pick 6. Touchdown, Ohio State. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kirk.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands. It takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Return starts from inside the 5. He steps out at the 21. That's where they'll start the drive. Time for one more play here in the quarter. And on the carry, he's heading left. Breaks the tackle. Now he's got room to run. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Grab behind the line, it's Carpenter. And the ball to the ground. The ball bounces out of bounds, so the offense will hold on to possession.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. You can almost feel a collective sigh of relief coming from the offensive sideline as that ball rolled out of bounds. The offense catches a break. One more awkward bounce. That ball maybe stays in bounds, and the defense has a recovery.
He hands it off from the gun. He's found some room at the 45. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. A strong run keeps the drive going. First down now. A pre-snap motion from the offense. First down, looking to throw the ball. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw a good pass rush there on first down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
The tight end goes in motion before the snap. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Boy, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
Some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Back to the end zone, ruled out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
And this time, it's complete. Tackled, but forced down. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon. And the Cyclones come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. First down, looking to throw the football. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. And they bring him down at the 5. Solid gain, though, in the completion. So 1st and goal now, a chance to make amends for the early pick 6. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones.
Chris, remember in college football, it's just 1 foot down to be able to count for a touchdown. Does a great job towards the back line there. Doesn't go out of bounds. Goes up into the air and gets that 1 foot down. That's good. That's a score.
Point after, up and good. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. The clock has stopped. We've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
Must convert here on 3rd down to avoid back-to-back punts to start this game. Receiver makes the grab. The ball is loose. And the defense jumps on the football.
Boy, the defense showing their team speed on that play, flying around that receiver. He made the catch, but he didn't do a good job of securing the football, and the ball comes out.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Iowa State. And a touchdown to the big tight end. We're seeing it more and more on Saturdays and Sundays, Kirk.
Well, the tight end saying, hey, guys, don't forget about me. Don't forget I'm a pretty good player, too. All the attention being put on the wide receivers out on the perimeter. It's going to make this defense have to focus on the interior, making sure where that tight end is and trying to slow him down.
Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. Quick throw over the middle. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Really nice job of mixing up the looks here by this defense. Sometimes man, sometimes zone. They fool the quarterback here completely, and he throws the pick.
And the wideout goes in motion. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Handoff running right. And a decent gain there before the defense defense brings him down. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Quick throw caught over the middle. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this fourth down and short.
And the quarterback's going to sneak it.
And one of the things we love about this guy is his ability to use his legs when he has to. And I almost feel like he got behind that offensive line, and because of his size, I don't know if they were able to locate him. By the time they did, it's a first down for the offense.
And looking to throw now on first down. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down. Handoff to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. So here we go. Third down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Finds his man. It's Hawkins. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
You know, it's third down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the first down.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Looking to throw it on first down. He's looking deep here. Catch is made way down inside the 30. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. On first and 10, looking to throw. He's going to take another shot right here. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. He's got some room and some blockers here. Tackle after the pick, and then he'll do it for the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick this away to begin the second half. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. And the Iowa State offense takes the field now. Little eye candy here from the offense, some pre-snap motion. First play of the second half is a handoff. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Now it's second down here. Receiver in motion now. And there's the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Who makes the grab? Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Cyclones. Just a brilliant game from this quarterback. With a spot in the natty on the line, you need your guy to step up, and this guy has delivered so far today, Kurt.
You know, it's just everything coming together. The preparation that he put in leading into this game, the offense doing their job of taking care of him, the receivers running good routes. Everything right now is clicking for this offense and this quarterback.
So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this playoff, and they're living up to that standard today.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. Going to pick up the third and short through the air. Snags the quick throw. They keep the drive going. It's a first out of the 46. The Buckeyes come to the line in a hurry-up.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Back to throw again. Makes the catch. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. Buckeyes will have 1st and 10 here. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Locates the tight end. It's complete. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Strong game by this quarterback. That's a crucial response by this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the third quarter.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
From the shotgun, drops back. Makes a quick catch. And we're able to get him down.
Interesting call here by this offense on the two-point conversion. Just not enough depth on that route to get him across the goal line. And the defense does a nice job of coming up with that tackle to keep him short.
They're returning from inside the 10-yard line. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And here comes the Iowa State offense back onto the field now. They reached the end zone the last time out. Trying to do the same thing here. There's the handoff. And he's pushed out of bounds after a short run. Not enough for a first.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. Nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock and trying to advance to that next round of the postseason. Out
of the shotgun, he hands it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, these are the kind of plays you have to make to be able to win the game in the second half. This back had a great first half and has gotten plenty of touches, so you've got to make sure this half is different than how things have gone so far.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Looking to pass here on second down. Looks left and finds his target there. Finally brought down after a big gain. Moves the ball all the way to the plus 48. The Cyclones look to keep this drive moving. An inside give now from the shotgun. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Catch made on the out route. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play. They come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive going. Can the defense get a stop here? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he's got it. Finding some room at the 25. They finally tackle him down at the 1 after that catch and run.
You know, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead shows you that they believe he's going to make the right decisions and make accurate throws.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. It's a second and goal play for the offense. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Tell you what, for a tired defense that's been out on that field for a long time on this drive, what a stop there on third and goal. It brings us to fourth and goal. And as a head coach on the offensive side,
and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa State.
Oh, how about that, Chris? Bear Bryant's looking down, smiling on that call. Fourth down and goal. You go with the goal line formation. You bring the defense in tight, and you still overpower them for a touchdown. Thing of beauty.
Extra point up and good. They build the lead to 18 here in the final quarter. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking for a deep completion. He's picked for a third time tonight. Can he take it all the way? Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6.
Yeah, I like this call here late in a game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. They've got him down out near the 40.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. put themselves in a perfect third down situations, much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
On the ground, trying for the first down with a tight end. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches to go. And the Cyclones will send the punt team onto the field. They'll kick it away here. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. This has been a rough game for these guys. Not much left to do but play for pride. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot.
Hey, listen, this game isn't over yet. The defense can't get too comfortable with this lead, and I know the coach isn't content with giving up plays like that at any point in the game.
Receiver makes the catch, and he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. And completion makes it 2nd and short.
Chris, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's only his 2nd catch of this entire game. Boy, this defense has done an amazing job of keeping him in check. Let's face it, this guy's as good as anybody in the country. Big-time playmaking ability, but they've taken him out of the game. I think it's a big reason that they have a nice lead.
The Buckeyes begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Looking for 6. Touchdown, Ohio State. This air attack is still unstoppable. If you play quarterback, how about appreciating a receiver that runs his routes that precisely?
Chris, it's not just his route running. It's the chemistry between the quarterback and the receiver that really, I think, is unique. They put so much time into this in the offseason. By the time they get to Saturdays, you can close your eyes and make your throw. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Here's a throw underneath to the back. And he gets in for the 2 points, making this a 10-point game. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. And with the game in hand, the offense just takes a knee. Well, that's a great performance in the pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play and be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship. That says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. They get one more hurdle to see if they